All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast presents Hollerin with Hollenbeck. This is a podcast with two boys from the same hometown. Two men from the same hometown, and we just kind of talk about life. He graduated at least 10 years before me. I graduated. I'm a millennial. He's, what would you consider yourself?
I don't know. A badass.
Okay, he's the badass generation. JK. Anyway, he's a professional football player. He played a lot of sports, and now his shoulder's bum, and he's blaming that for it, and I don't blame him for it.
This episode, we talk about Wazoo, where I went and played football there, and then this guy, bag over the head, punches me in the face with a freaking UW t-shirt on.
That's true as well. And there's we talk about his MRI that's coming up tomorrow. In fact, he might be listening to this while he's in the MRI. So
there you go.
So hey Joey, hang in there. And then we're all thinking of you. You want to say something to future you?
I'm going to get an image done. I'm not going brain surgery, bro.
Sounds like you're a real dick to yourself. No encouragement to your own self. And then we talk about Mazatlan, Andy Cardenas, Cole Street Brewery, as well as just like, what do you take on a road trip when you were a kid? What do you do now on the road trip when you're an adult? We kind of hit on like the Redskins stuff going on with their crazy NFL life, and then just kind of hit up some high school memories as well. So thanks for joining us.
Hope you enjoy.
Joey appreciates you. Joey, again, try say something to your future self. Something cool.
My future self?
The one that's going to listen to this in the MRI tomorrow morning.
You're going to do great, buddy.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Don't be claustrophobic.
The walls are closing in. You have to pee.
I do have to pee.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
Holleback. Joey Hollenbeck.
All right. Got another episode of Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Joey Hollenbeck on the mic.
What's up, people?
Dude, you put that headset on like you're putting the helmet on. I feel like you kind of bash it in, a little pop pop down on.
I stay ready, dog.
You are always ready. Dude, I'm ready today.
I stay ready.
Everyone, thanks for listening to another episode of Full Body Cast presents Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Joey, real quick, where can we find you on social media?
J Hollenbeck 66.
You get any followers? Getting some people just showing up every once in a while? Here and there?
I do think so, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you follow back, or do you just kind of like, do you roll with it?
I'm not on there a ton, so...
Are you one of those people that...
check it, but it's not like I... Sorry, I'm trying to open a beer.
That's okay. By the way, we got our beer right now. We got another beautiful Vienna lager from Cole Street Brewery. Check them out. Say hi to Sean McDonald. Say you listen to Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Say that you love Hollerin with Hollenbeck and that you're there because of it. You get the VIP treatment if you tag yourself in a picture and check yourself in there on social media. You get a $1 off your drink or 15% off your growler or crowler. And fellas and gals, let me tell you, they got some delicious drinks there. Tell us what your favorite one is. There's also a little chalkboard. Put your number, or put your every time a Full Body Cast person drinks a beer there, they put a little on the chalkboard for Full Body Cast. Let's fill that with chalkboard. Like what am I saying there? Scratches.
Yeah.
What is
like,
that?
You know, you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Right.
they put a line in the other
Right.
diagonal.
What do they call that?
Yeah. Counting
Counting it. Hey, I got a little food. You know when you eat some delicious food?
Yes, I do.
And you know, kind of...
Hey, look at me. Yes, I do.
Yeah. It doesn't make you drunk, but you're like, you feel happy.
Yeah.
Like you feel fed.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm fed right
That's why
now.
I'm always so happy, bro.
Dude, where did we just go? You tell us where we just came from.
Well, I showed up here raring to go on the pod, and you said, I can't do it yet. I got to eat.
I'm so hungry.
Like, dude, okay.
Plus the pod room was what?
About 300, and it's now only about 190.
Yeah. I was baking like a turkey in here for hours.
So I said, where do you want to go? He started throwing out some restaurants. I said, we're going to Mazatlan. Get the Hollenbeck Chalupa.
Absolutely.
And it was dynamite.
Okay, I got to... Guys, this was... I'm from now on eating the Hollenbeck Chalupa.
See?
Dude, I am telling you, I am not having...
Chicken.
The chicken. I might try the beef just to figure it out, just to find it out. But The chicken, I'm telling you, I honestly was like floored. I was blown away. This thing is double portions. It just shows up double portion chalupa. The thing looks like a cowboy hat you're about to eat. It's kind of got that like little thing on the sides.
Or like a big taco shell.
It's just a huge taco shell. And double portions, just a huge glob of sour cream, a huge glob of sour cream, a huge glob of guacamole, and you just kind of stir that up. Absolutely delicious.
It is good.
Oh, dude, I cannot get over how good it was.
I told you it's legit. I've been eating it since I was like 8. And I've never ordered another thing there ever. Ever. I'm telling you. I don't think I'll order any. I'm usually like the enchilada guy that gets like I'll get the bean, or no, not the bean. I'll get like the cheese enchilada with a couple beef enchiladas. Never again. No, it's like a cheap filler.
Never again.
Never.
It is so good.
So good.
Yeah. So anyway, hit that up. Hit up Mazatlan. By the way, tag yourself in go there too. Go there too. Hit up. Say hi to Andy. Andy's a good boy.
Grab yourself a Modelo.
Yes, they got him back in stock.
And enjoy yourself a delicious Hollenbeck chalupa.
So good, dude. I want to go back. I'm ready to go have dessert and have it be another chalupa.
No, I'm stuffed. I'm full.
Hey, you. We drove by. Speaking of desserts and everything, we drove by. Hey.
But Dad, why were you in Joe's car?
Why I was in Joe's car? Because we were coming back from the most delicious meal I think I've had in a long time.
Hey, where are my knuckles at?
Hey, no.
Where are my knuckles? Good to see you.
Hey, you have that candy.
No, I didn't bring you bottle caps this time. I'm sorry.
Oh, Joey's the guy with the candy?
I'll bring them next time, okay? Deal? Knuckle on it?
Ow. Joey's got that white van with the candy in it.
You got strong knuckles, dude. You're going to hurt my hand.
Ow. She likes. Okay, yeah, she heard it there. All right, love you. Okay.
Yeah, just got to get an MRI on my hand tomorrow, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk. We need to talk about that. Okay, get out of here. Love you guys.
Thank you.
It's hot in here. Anyway, I was like, oh, I'll just have a nice, easy editing job. And then we've had just that come through. So we'll see how that goes. MRI.
MRI tomorrow morning. Seattle, 7 a.m.
You know what they're going to find in it?
Not exactly, but
a massive chalupa in your stomach. That's what they're going to find.
It's in my shoulder there.
Oh, okay.
MRI in my shoulder.
But so you're finally getting it looked at.
Yeah.
What's going on? What is it? I've never been a part of it. What is an MRI? I mean, I know what it is. You lay down and then the thing goes over you and it takes like 10 minutes and you're out.
No, bro. It's like an hour and a half or 2 hours for sure. And they slide you into like a whole donut hole basically. And the top of the thing is fully like enclosed and it sucks. Being my size sucks going into an MRI machine.
Is it like super
claustrophobic? Because you can't
claustrophobic?
move. You can't move or it'll screw up the imaging.
Do they tie you down?
No, but you can't move because it'll screw up the imaging. So you got to stay like the last one I had on my other shoulder, they put you like this big cuff around you, this big plastic like
they hold you in.
Cuff. Yeah, but it doesn't. And then I'm laying like sideways, and then the top not sideways, but kind of half-assed sideways, so I can fit in the machine. But the top of it is like maybe 3 inches from your face. So if you're claustrophobic like I am, we've talked about it.
Yes.
And so it's like you can feel your breath. It sucks, dude. My heart's like racing. It sucks.
So wait, so for an hour, so it could be a half hour, it could be 2 hours.
Yeah, it just depends. They're doing my bicep and my shoulder, so I'm assuming it's going to be a couple hours at least.
So are you like, can you be on your phone? Can you watch TV?
No.
Are you just literally staring?
So a lot of times they'll give you like headphones and you can pick your music.
Yeah.
And then you just lay in there. And all you hear is like nonstop.
Dial-up internet. It just got dial-up internet.
But it's loud as shit.
Are you?
And there's a little dude or woman in the little room with a glass mirror, and they talk to you over the microphone.
And then she obviously knows what's going on, but then you go, hey, did you see anything? And then she probably gets that question every time. And
they don't do anything.
She can't
just
diagnose it. She can't say anything, but she probably everyone
then
says.
Somebody else comes and reads it for you.
So will you find out like what's going on tomorrow?
I think so. Yeah.
What's like? Is this a doctor that you've dealt with before? Or is this a new?
I've met with him once a couple years ago. It's the Mariners shoulder guy, team ortho guy.
And he just like works at this hospital too, or you?
I mean, he has his own practice too, obviously.
So like the athletes in the world that have this type of condition of body deteriorating because of the hard work they put in early on in life.
Yeah,
that he specializes in that.
Yeah, or just people who just throw their arm out or whatever. Body
deteriorating.
Yeah,
it has a better ring to it. I feel for you.
Okay.
I'm looking at your body.
Yeah.
Not.
Wait, what do you think?
It's not bad.
Hey, real quick, I'll tell you what is bad. That shirt you're wearing.
What?
This is the biggest bag over the head punch in the face that I've ever had. Ever.
Your entire life?
Ever. I show up here and the dude is wearing a UW t-shirt. And then he has the audacity to try to jump in my truck to go to Mazatlan with it on.
He barely let me in.
I told you to go change it, but I didn't want to start the podcast at 9 o'clock tonight. Because
I have to find something that match my shorts. But here's the thing, guys. I took a shower at right before this was right before he showed up, probably an hour before he showed up, 2 hours before he showed up. This is the only thing I had downstairs. I take a shower downstairs. And I'm like, oh crap. Well, I'll just throw this on. Then I'll think, oh, I'll change this. Well, then I'm working in my garage because I work for my job in my garage. So I'm on my computer and stuff. And I get this late, right after 5 tied into something. And next thing I know, Joey's at my friggin' door. And all I can think about in my head is damn, I was going to change the shirt before he showed up. But then I did normally what I don't do. And I owned it. I just owned it. I said, you know what? This is what it is. I wore it. And then he's like, you need to change that. Did it hurt your feelings?
Yeah, it still does. Biggest bag over the head punch in the face I've ever had.
What would be the equivalent of a shirt for what would it be if you wore a shirt? It would probably be like Bussin' with the Boys. That's probably what it'd be. If you had a Bussin' with the Boys shirt, I'd be like, yeah, thanks. Cool.
I have one. I'll bring it.
Do you really have one?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'll wear it next time.
Good. I hope you do.
I will.
Good. Just listen to another podcast and just wear the that podcast shirt. Well, that podcast shirt shrinks. It doesn't. It fits.
Doesn't shrink.
It doesn't shrink with it after the first time you ever. By the way, we got shirts coming out. Teaser.
Do.
We're gonna
teaser alert. Teaser alert. Maybe some masks too.
Maybe some masks.
It's the old Hollerin Hollenbeck logo on them.
Dude. Yeah. Thievery.
Yep. Ready to catch a copyright?
Yeah. So you're in this MRI.
Yeah.
And what's what does it feel like? Like on their shoulder, what do they do? They just take pictures of it? I picture the dentist. When the dentist and they have that machine that kind of goes, put this in your mouth, and it goes, womp, womp. And then it's all they do is just x-ray the heck out of your mouth.
Essentially, what it is an MRI basically, where an x-ray just basically goes through your skin and shows you bone stuff. An MRI will show you cartilage damage. It will show you muscle, tendon, all that stuff, where you're not seeing that on an x-ray at all. Right?
Right.
So basically what it does is the pictures it takes, and the reason why it takes so long is because if you can envision a piece of paper, right? And so they're taking photos of that, essentially through your whole shoulder or your whole bicep or whatever they're doing. So they can it basically breaks it down so they can see every single thing that's going on.
So there's it's layer.
It's layers. Yeah.
Wow. Well, remind me not to have a bad body.
Too late. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I got to tell you this. I went golfing the other day. I golfed the best. I played 36. I played at 6:20 in the morning with a buddy of mine. Best round I've ever played. 96. I think I hit a 94, but we're going to go with 96 for this one.
Okay. So you're lying.
It's one of my best. I'm just really consistently getting into the 90s now. Then that afternoon, I go golfing again and a 117. Just a 20-stroke swing.
Were you drinking?
I had maybe 4 beers. That was it. Hardly anything. But my arms were noodle arms. I'm not doing those. I'm not doing the Eric Madrid just reps of 50 push-ups every time He's doing 150 push-ups a day.
150?
150 a day.
How many are you doing?
I'm doing 15 a day.
You got to start somewhere, bro.
Thank you. I've been doing that 15 since I was 12.
The 150, dude. Yeah,
150.
I think that at one point you got to like make sure you're working your back too. At that point, or you're gonna get like rolled over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what he's doing. He's like, he said he's doing push-ups in a way where, it's just he's trying to get the full workout everywhere. He's not just like
Just from a push-up.
Well, I mean, like how you can hold yourself in certain ways, right?
Yeah, how's it work in your back?
Well, I mean, if it depends on how it's like a core thing. If you're holding your core,
Well, yeah, you're definitely holding your core in a push-up position.
right?
It's like a plank.
Yeah. So what else? What do you got to do for your back? Are you talking like pulling down, like
anything to build your back muscles up because you're gonna 150 push-ups a day or what? That's what 3-6. It's a freaking lot of push-ups a week.
So let me ask you this: if you don't have good back muscles, like how's that going to hurt you down the road? Like
I'm saying, your muscles up front will get so big from push-ups 150 a day.
Yeah.
That you'll start to like round your shoulders out because your muscles in your back aren't.
Sounds like you didn't work your back muscles enough with this shoulder of yours. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just telling
Okay.
you how the body works.
I gotcha.
Okay.
You don't need to get an MRI. I just diagnosed you right there.
My back muscles?
Yeah, you got to build them up a little bit more.
Okay.
What's beside? Let me ask you.
Go on. You want to train me?
I got.
But I thought you were going to work with your trainer. I did. It was about a 6-minute workout.
He told me.
He put me on elliptical for a minute and a half. I did 15 push-ups, 3 squats, and he told me to have a good day.
And then we cracked some Cold Street Brewer, and then we had a chalupa, muzzle on chalupa. I got some rando questions to ask you. So my family comes up with like weird questions, like almost like ask the internet type questions, like, hey, what would you do? So my question for you then is, what would you rather? You have 2 sets of everything, right? You have 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 arms. If you had to get one of those sets permanently, rest of your life, you don't have it.
Okay.
What is it that you're getting rid of? And it has to be one of the sets. You don't have to get them both. So basically, if you get rid of one eye, you got the other eye. Like, what is it that you're going to get rid of?
My pinkies.
No.
I have 2 pinkies,
I
bro.
have 2 pinkies. I was counting those as fingers.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Way to find the loophole in the whole thing. Way to go.
Gotta use the ticker, buddy.
I was gonna say foot. I would get rid of
You'd get rid of one foot.
like a left foot. Yeah.
What about a left nut?
Ooh. Yeah, I'd probably do that.
Really?
I'd probably do that.
You'd lose a nut.
Or a butt. I was thinking a butt cheek. Like, that would be super easy to lose.
An ass cheek.
Would you get rid of a nipple?
Dude, I got small nipples already. Mine are, yeah.
Would you get rid of? That's probably the thing that you would get rid of.
No, I'd get rid of a pinky. I already said.
But what if you? But would you trade your pinky for a nipple? Like, would you get rid of your nipple and keep your pinky?
I like my nipples, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this then. This is the next thing. Let's say you have to add one of those same things to a set.
Oh.
What one are you adding throughout your entire body? You have to add one thing of one of those sets. What are you bringing in?
I'm having a third nut. You can hide it. You're good to go.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I didn't think about that. My kids were thinking they're like, well,
We probably couldn't talk to kids about that, but I'm just saying.
well, yeah, I guess that's true. I'm happy they didn't say that, but if they said they were like arm, they all wanted like one of them wanted an extra eye and put it in the back of their head. They literally wanted an eye in the back of their head. I'm like, dude, you couldn't walk. You get so dizzy just trying to walk with like focus. Like how you couldn't do it. How could you do it? You couldn't.
You have to close the back eye.
Just wink. Just think of all the concentration you'd need to just close your back. Like just walk around winking the entire.
Bro, that's why God didn't give us 3 eyes.
That's a good point. It's a great point. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that honesty there. I think it just comes down to the nuts. So we did this. I sent this out here. I want you guys to do it too. It's out on Full Buddy Castland. It's out. A few people answered already. When it comes to the road trip, if you're going on a road trip,
Yep.
and you are going to, it's a nostalgic road trip. You got to bring 2 of one of the things. You're going on a nostalgic road trip. You've got a pillow, a Walkman, a Jordan versus Bird Tiger game, like those Tiger Electronic games, just 8 Archie comics. You've got the Choose Your Own Adventure.
What's that? What's Choose Your Own Adventure?
Books. Remember the books that you could choose your own? Like, turn to page 12 if you want to go right. Turn to page 14 if you want to go left. And it'll always be an adventure. You're going to go in a pyramid, and it would be something pretty sweet. And then like you would like read and be like, oh, I'm gonna go right. And then you turn to page 14, and they're like, oh, you fell right off a cliff, you died. The end. You're like, what? Ah, dang it! All right, I'm gonna go left this time. And so
I never did that, but I get what you're saying.
Game Boy.
Okay.
Teddy Ruxpin. Now I want to go with you on this one. What's your honorable mention? What's your number 3? Almost got it. Almost made the list, but didn't make the but you left it at home. Pillow would have been that almost made it, but not enough room.
Right.
Okay. What's your second choice?
What do you mean?
We're counting backwards. So the second thing, we're not number 1 thing, with the second
Walkman. I gotta have music always.
So you're rocking it with the Walkman.
Yeah.
You got the Mega Boost pushed up on it.
Always.
The buttons pushed in.
Always.
All right.
Always.
Okay.
With a little foam headset.
A little foam headset and just that bass just bumping.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit tight to your ears, so everybody in the car can hear.
Yeah, because you're here. And then what's the number 1 thing that you're bringing?
Teddy Ruxpin.
The Teddy Ruxpin.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Game Boy, probably.
The Game Boy. Now, were you a Game Boy guy? Did you have one when you were a kid?
Yeah.
I never had one, so that's why I didn't go with it. But what games did you have for Game Boy? Do you remember what was
Paperboy and Tetris was legit.
Dude, Tetris was awesome.
Yeah, you could play Tetris from here to freaking Canada.
Just one after another.
And by Canada, I mean Toronto.
Just a full-on 20-hour,
Tetris.
I love it. Okay.
What about you?
Dude, I'm telling you, I had that Jordan versus Bird.
What's your honorable mention?
Good question. So my honorable mention would be the deck of cards. Because me and my brother would always we'd have like the cooler in between us, like where the flat top cooler. And we went down to Disneyland, and we were playing cards, playing war, just doing that thing.
Wait, you guys ever get pissed off at each other?
Oh, yeah.
Throw the whole deck across the car?
Because what I would do, I figured it out. It has that little slit in the cooler.
Yeah.
And I would just stuff all the aces when I would get them right in there. And so Adam never saw it. So anytime a king would he'd flop a king out. I'm like, oh, look, I come up top of my deck. Boom. Another ace beats you. And I would just rule him on. And then one time I think we got out a rest stop, and we got out, stretched our legs. He comes around, he sees aces just sticking out of the cooler. Oh, he was so mad.
Fist fight? You guys ever get in fist fight?
We got into those, not full on fist fights, because I think we were afraid of getting in big trouble, because fist fights can leave marks.
Right.
You could punch in the chest and punch in the arms and punch in the ribs.
No face punch.
No face. But we'd have those and this sounds very interesting when I say it, just those full on exhaust your body, your strength.
Yeah.
Just sweaty, just headlocks, gripping tight, and while the other one's just hand just into the nuts, or just into the ribs, just anything, just anything. You could do anything but except for gouge eyes, bite, and punch in the face.
So it's old school UFC.
Just other than that, you're just ripping on necks, and you're just getting rug burns across your face from sweatshirts and this and that.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? I mean, I know that you would just kind of.
We were too far apart.
Yeah. You just chase and probably just get on top of them and
I used to do the typewriter.
What's that?
Where you sit on their chest and hold their hands underneath your knees,
and then just.
I do the typewriter, and I'd just be like, "Mom," I'd be on top of him, I'd be just pounding his chest with my fingers, and I'm typing a letter. Mom told me to go to the store and get this, and I'd go ding ding, and he'd slap him across the face it's old school typewriter. I'd do that for about 10 minutes.
You were mean. I think,
and then I'd eat a now and later or something, get that stringy spit.
Oh, and then
let it go down and suck it back.
Dude, my
hey, don't mess with the veteran.
Don't mess with the veteran. You know what? One of my favorite ones was stop hitting yourself.
Oh, yeah.
When you would get them just to start, and then they'd have the loose wrists.
Oh yeah, and they'd be laughing kind of.
And they'd be laughing
until they start crying.
because then you kind of like flick their wrist enough with what, and they just like whap, they just hit themselves really well
Until they start crying.
until they start crying. So yeah, so that was honorable mention would be cards. Archie comics, big Archie comic guy. Loved Archie comics. Loved.
So you're telling me on a road trip you just sit and eat or read comics?
I would read comics and I would listen to the Walkman too. Music and Walkman nonstop. Now,
What were you listening to in the Walkman?
in the 5th grade, this is me back in the day. Okay.
Go on.
Arrested Development, like what is it, like 3 days, 10 months, 4 hours, and 2 minutes. Arrested Development, like Mr. Wendell and like
Yeah, I
Everyday
remember that.
People, and
Okay.
then it would also be always New Kids, and I'm not talking step by step cassette tape deck. I'm talking like the original one. You're my girl.
Oh, the original where they're hiding in the cemetery in the video.
Yes,
Bro, I was a huge, just not to change the subject, but like I was always a like super early riser, so I'd like get up at like 5 and like even all the way into college I would do this and like turn on VH1 and just get all the videos.
really.
I loved it. Yeah.
Just get into it.
No, I just wouldn't sit and watch them all. I would just like
Play it in the
have
background
music
while
and
you're
then I'd
walking
watch them
around. Yeah.
every once in a while or whatever.
So
I was
yeah.
huge into watching music videos back in the day.
So that was my stuff. We would also, my parents, because I was raised in a Christian home, we would go to the Christian bookstore and where they have music, and they'd say, if you like Dr. Dre, then you're gonna like Jimmy Mack, or if you like Tribe Called Quest, then you're gonna like Friends All Day, and it's I get these things. I like this guy. Let me buy it. It'd be like. And you're like, okay, I'm done.
Sweet. Remember, you take this back.
Every once in a while, you'd find something really cool. You would.
Remember, you take this bullshit back.
It was like a slot machine where it'd be like, okay, press the button. Oh, probably lost. And then every once in a while, like, oh, these guys are actually good.
Like one song, maybe.
Yeah.
They're not dropping a whole album of bangers, though.
No.
No.
No. But yeah, so that would be my Walkman. What would be in your Walkman? Candlebox.
In
Nirvana?
5th, 6th grade? That's what we're talking about, like 5th, 6th grade.
Let's say
right?
fifth. When you first started buying your own.
I was really big into Beastie Boys.
Oh, really?
Really big into them, yeah.
Like the.
I had like the little suitcase little deal, but it had full of all your tapes, you know?
Yeah.
I was really into big Beastie Boys. Poison.
Really?
Remember Poison?
Yeah.
Them. Freaking, I don't know. White Snake, maybe? I don't remember. But my biggest one I remember was Beastie Boys because I just love the beats.
I loved Beastie Boys too.
Yeah, their beats though were like, right?
They were good.
Yeah,
they were good
they
cuts.
Still are.
They
Timeless.
still are.
Timeless.
You know what I picture? I picture you just loading up in your in the station wagon, whatever you're driving. Okay, you're loading up. You got your Walkman just blaring. You got the mega bass going. You got White Snake going in the background.
Okay.
You pick up your pillow, like, that's out of here. We're not doing that one. Game Boy, and then there's just you, just like window halfway down. Maybe window down, one arm halfway out the window, and you're just playing the games, and you're just rocking that just like sick mullet, the picture of you in that picture.
Yeah, that
it's
wasn't me, but yeah.
No, that would be you. It just like
Yeah, but it wasn't
Seahawk
me.
lines and just like, hey, and then like typewriting Josh in the chest for like a couple miles.
100 miles. No.
What was your? No, everyone loves road trips. I actually do like road trips, and I know that you have to drive to Crescent Bar or wherever you have to go every once in a while.
Yeah.
But what's your like go-to snack? Like you're like, okay, I know that I'm stopping at a gas station. What drink? What soda? What tea?
I just drink a ton of water. So like big bottles of water, essentially. I'm big into like pumpkin seeds. I like pumpkin seeds.
Oh, so you're like, so you're eating them, the whole thing, not like sunflower, but
no, like
okay.
pumpkin seeds.
And that's it? Like that's your
I don't eat
road
a lot.
trip?
Yeah, when I drive, yeah. Maybe some bottle caps here and there.
Okay.
If I need some candy.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of candy though. Just, chew gum.
Just gum and just water
Roll.
and
Roll.
just it's like a
Music
just a
blazing.
poor child. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But
Music blazing. I'm talking about right now. That's what we're talking about, right?
yeah, right now. I'm talking right
Yeah,
now.
music blazing, sunroof open, going. Hair curls whipping.
Tits out.
Definitely. Definitely.
For me, it's like I got to get an amp energy drink and a big water, and then
An amp energy drink?
I
Didn't
love
that like geek you out?
Yeah, no,
I can't do that stuff. Dude.
I love
I
it.
don't do Red Bull. I don't do any of that stuff.
I don't either. I don't honestly no Monster, no nothing for
I
whatever
don't even
reason.
do coffee anymore hardly.
Whoa,
I'll do like
Get out.
I'll do like a green
No, you
tea.
can get
I'll do
right
like,
out.
I'll do like a Spark. I'll do coffee every once in a while, but lately it's just kind of been like I don't know, making me shaky. I'm like I'm good.
getting too like rattled with it.
Yeah, I just don't like the way it makes me feel.
Okay.
I don't know, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking that, and I'm eating the Frito twists, and then some beef jerky.
So you're keeping it healthy. Huh?
Super healthy.
How many grams of sugar in an amped? 780.
400. So let me ask you this: once you get in the car, and you're going to hit Eastern Washington.
No.
Okay. What are you listening to start out your trip? Like, what are you listening? I mean, I'm guessing podcasts. Thank you for listening to Full Body Cast. You're amazing. Thank you for doing that. But when are you listening to music?
I usually like start out with I'll go in like Apple Music and hit radio, and then I'll put on like on country or something like that, and just like go.
Yeah.
Like go, and then obviously you can just switch the song right away if you don't like it or whatever, and then I'll like a lot of times I'll hit like just shuffle and like all my songs that I have,
Whatever it is.
and I'll just see what comes up because you get so many songs in there, you just start to lose what you have, right?
Right.
So I'll do that, or sometimes I'll just go straight freaking gangster rap, bro.
Yeah. I think you're onto something. For me, it's straight friggin' gangster rap to start the trip. You hit the mountains, you go over, you start seeing that sun, little tumbleweed goes by, and then that's when you're blasting that country.
Okay.
If you're not blasting country and you're in the country, you're missing out. That's like saying, I'm going to go sit down and have a nice steak, and I'm not going to have any mashed potatoes or anything. I'm going to eat potato chips with it. It's like, yeah, you just ruined it.
Yeah, you
Right.
did. You did.
Yeah.
You did just ruin it, Trav.
Thank you.
You just
Thank
ruined the whole steak experience
I know.
for me
Thank you.
forever. Dude, I'm kind of full from that chalupa, bro.
Dude, I am seeing stars from it.
It's so good though. But here, I mean, we should look into maybe getting like a gym,
Remember?
not a membership, but like maybe a gym sponsorship or something, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I tell you, it's nice going to Mazatlan. It's nice drinking at Cole Street, and even Bordeaux wine for the pre-menopods. But I will easily be 400 pounds when this thing's lifted.
You film us one time, and people. Oh my god!
Oh wow!
Oh,
That's extra zoom. Oh no, that's them.
oh boy! He just wear. Hey, my workout shoes are Velcro.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's going to be a point where I'm going to try and look down and see whatever I have below my belt, and I won't be able to see anything. I'll be like, I don't even know if I'm standing. I can't tell if I'm standing or sitting right now.
You're just on your knees.
Can't. Literally, haven't stopped eating or drinking. But the thing is other than that freaking chalupa, it's been like portion control. I've had to kind of keep the portions in.
Yo, bro, when you dove into that thing, I was like, I'm gonna be here for an hour. You ate that bitch in like 3 minutes. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
impressive.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that taught me that.
What?
I went and did this the other day. Because people say, man, you just wolf down your food. I'm the type of guy that moves on from one thing to the next thing. But then 3 years ago, I went to Kibler Elementary to sit and eat with my kids at school. I don't know if you've ever done that
I
yet.
give you like 6 minutes.
They literally say, okay, everyone sit down, hands up. And you sit down, okay, now everyone eat. And you're just like, okay, I'm going to bite it. All right, you guys aren't done at this table. Go to the stage. You're going to finish up your dinner or your lunch on stage, or what else, go outside for recess. And I'm like, no wonder my kids come home absolutely starving. They literally gave you like 3 minutes to just shove food in your mouth.
I know, it's dumb. Like my kids were telling me about that last year. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember like in high school and stuff, I felt like we had like a ton of time.
I felt like, yeah, I did too. Well, we were probably also
Drunk?
No, skipping some lunch. Like there was like first, second, or third lunch, and then you'd be like, all right. And then like, did you ever hop out the window in high school?
Travis, does it look like I can fit out a high school window?
Dude,
me just halfway in and out. Hey, Joey, where are you going?
I just saw a butterfly out here. I was just gonna catch it.
There's a kitten in the tree.
Oh man, I remember jumping out the window a couple times in Wallace's class. It was a large class, and I mean, you'd probably notice if I'm gone or not. I think he wanted me out of there, but Eric Madrid and me, and sometimes Matt Bergerson and Ryan Hosman would just dive out the window when he wasn't looking, and then we'd just head out to lunch again.
And you never got caught?
Dude,
Were you Screech? I'm just asking.
That was good. That was good.
Hey, bro, you got to be witty.
Hey, that was quick.
You got to be witty.
I just kind of stood there. That was me. I just got juked out. Like I just kind of stood there thinking I knew what I was going. I knew what I was doing. I get him back, and then he literally crossed me over, and I fell, and I just landed on my face, and I couldn't do anything else but move there. Did you guys see how long that pause probably felt? Like 40 minutes.
Wait, tell me this. How did you never get caught?
Mavis. I would jump out, dude, and I'd get caught here and there, but Mavis would always have a note for me.
He never was like, why'd you go out the window then?
He didn't care. I think he was happy I was out of his class. The more I think about it, and the more I'm around my own teenagers, I'm like, yeah, if I was a teacher and I had to deal with this shit all the time, be like, all right, see ya, have fun. I'm not going to try to keep you in my class.
Beat it.
Yeah.
D's get degrees, buddy.
D's get degrees. But yeah. So anyway. What about you? Did you never skip class?
Oh, for sure.
Did you ever get caught? Well, not in high school. And Zenonian would be like, hey, could you go run to my house? And I knew where he lived. You run to my house and grab this thing for me? And it took me 15 minutes to get out of the parking lot.
Guy just needs a new clutch.
I was just killing it.
That's going to be $1,000.
He's like, what are you doing? And he actually came out. He goes, Travis, what are you doing? And I'm like, he goes, push the clutch in. Get it into first gear, put a little bit of little gas, ease up on the clutch. I would go, okay. I would super where I could hear the engine revving. I'm like not giving it a little gas, and it would freak me out. And I'd take both feet off the both pedals, over and over and over and over. I would.
I'll just grab it at lunch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, literally, there was a point where he wanted me to grab something again, and I'm like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, never mind. I can live without it.
I did, yeah, bro. I did. I was just wild. I was always wild, though.
But how? I mean, you say wild. Were you like Cody Day wild? Were you like getting in trouble, crazy wild, going nuts, or were you just like?
I would fly under the radar, but be wild.
Explain that. What does that even mean?
I mean, I was at every party. I thought you were talking about school. Well, school too. Like I was just like, but I would like maybe I wasn't flying under the radar. I thought I was though.
Do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a lot of we thought we were so smooth back then, but it's of course everyone knows.
But like in junior high, like everybody thought I was going to be freaking in jail or like living in a trailer by a logging site. Seriously, like the teachers back then were like, "This guy's worthless.
He's not going to do anything. Nothing.
Nothing."
They probably thought you were going to do something in life, but it wasn't going to be whatever they were teaching.
No shit.
They're like, this guy, this oceanography, he's definitely not going to be a...
Oh, dude, that class sucked.
I know.
It was so boring.
It was the worst.
So boring.
Absolutely the worst. Dude, there were so many... What was your language that you had to take back in the day?
I took Spanish. It was the easiest one, right?
Yeah,
supposedly.
Yeah.
I took Spanish, and she hated me.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Really? Was it like the dumb jock hate? Like, this guy's just a dumb jock? Or was what'd she hate you for?
I mean, I don't know if she hated me, but I felt like she didn't really like me.
She just rode you? Hey, you need to be turning this in, or just like to call on you? Like, what do you mean? What's the hate?
No, I mean, I don't know. I obviously didn't pick up Spanish very well.
Dude, my parents would talk, like, back in the day, my parents would spell stuff until I learned how to spell. Before it'd be like, hey, this weekend, why don't you take
So they talk to you in spelling? Like, they'd be like, Travis.
No.
G-O.
No, they would...
T-O.
No, they would talk to each other when they were telling secrets. Back when I was a younger kid with spelling. Like, hey, we're going to go to the P-A-R-K, remember? To my mom was that to my dad, but they didn't want to say park. Because I'd be like, oh, we're going to go to the park. Oh, whoa, we're going to the park.
You have parks in Selleck?
No, we have a lot of cars in park in Selleck.
No parks though.
No.
What did you think
No,
the park was?
no. The Selleck HOA is like you have 4 cars that are not running right now. Perfect. Oh, I only see 3 cars in your yard. Let's get another one in there.
Pick it up.
Yeah. No. So they would just teach. What was your question? Where would we go?
Yeah, was there parks in
Yeah,
Selleck?
they had like Gracie Hansen over there in Maple Valley. You know,
like Ravensdale area.
Ravensdale area.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
So, but then they started once I learned how to spell, like read, you know, oh, they're going to talk about this, they're talking about that, birthday presents, Christmas presents, whatever it was that they would spell back and forth. Once I caught on to it, then they would switch to German, and they both knew a little bit of German. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what I'm doing in high school when I got there? Like, what language you want to get? I'm like, I want to do German. Literally, one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life.
It's hard, right?
It's stupid hard. And it's just all it is just a bunch of clearing your throat.
Like,
And you're just like, okay. I would take some Cardi B. I would take some Cardi language. But yeah, no, German was the dumbest thing ever I took. And here's the thing. You look at all the people that have gone on and done well in life, they all took German. They just have that drive. But yeah, so anyway, the German was just a crazy language to try and learn. It's hard to learn. But what are you?
I was trying to take all electives, to be honest with you.
Is that what you ended up doing?
Take all electives? No,
Yeah.
you can't do that. But I wanted to. Like, get me in the 0-hour weight room, get me in 3rd period weight room, and get me in like 6th period weight room. Like, we can't do that.
You're just the weight room, all day weight room. So that's what you're saying.
I wanted to be. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all.
Now you're in the waiting room tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. waiting for your MRI.
Yeah, I am. I called them they called me to schedule. I'm like, oh yeah, can you also talk me through like your parking garage situation? They're like, yeah, it's maximum like 6'3" me. Cool. So I'll have to duck walking through there.
Wow. Oh, I thought about your truck.
I'm gonna, but I'm like, is there street parking? Yeah, there is, but it's first come, first serve. I'm like, sweet.
So you gonna park over there overnight? Just be part of Chop and Chaz for
I'll
one
probably
night.
have to walk like 2 miles. Sweet.
You can. I'm telling you, you can take the yellow car. You can take my Spark. You'll.
I will look like an absolute dipshit in that thing.
Dude, you're gonna. No, here's what's gonna happen because it's a stick, and you're gonna be like, it's like a go kart. You'll be super shoved up. You'll be like, can I add my hips to the MRI?
Seriously,
because you'll be just shifted in this small little thing back and forth.
It is a stick.
It's a stick. Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah.
There's no way that would work. The pedals are probably all about an inch apart.
Just you're driving with one hand, and then your one hand's like your fingers are playing like the keyboard with the gas and the brake and the stick clutch.
Why did you ever buy that car?
Gas mileage. We bought it free and clear. Like it was just like one of those things where we had the cash.
Yeah, but gas mileage. You work a block.
It's not my
throw
car.
a baseball from here to there.
It's Jamie's car. So she works in Kent, and so she would just
She doesn't drive it though. You do.
Well, there comes a point where you realize I don't want to drive this thing anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's what. Yeah. So we are going to be looking at a new car semi soon. Yeah. So.
Okay.
And it won't be a small car. I'll tell you that right now.
That thing's a straight widowmaker, dude.
It is for sure. And that brings me to our next topic. The last thing we'll talk about: regrets. Purchase, like regrets of purchase. Have you ever purchased anything that you were thinking,
A little buyer's remorse.
and then you're like, I wish I had my money back?
Way to throw a hot culture, Ev.
We can think about it.
Do you got one?
Madden football. Those packs. Now,
Like a pack of cards?
yeah. So those packs of cards, those electronic packs of cards that you can build your team with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can earn them. The one where Loaf is on it, right? Where I remember I was all
Yeah,
excited.
that's like new. Is that like a new
so
thing?
it's been around for like 8 years.
Okay. I'm not a gamer, bro. I don't play games.
I've sunk thousands of dollars over the years. That one year, I think I spent $4,000 1 year on building this team
Why?
because I wanted to just dominate online against people. And I was just
why?
getting the best because it's such a thrill to get a rare card.
$4,000 worth of thrill? Do you actually have like actual cards, or you buy them online, like on the TV?
They're on the TV, and then like of course Madden comes out with a new game, and then all that I had built up is now
Gone.
gone because I'm going to get the newest version and then start from scratch again.
That's news to you? They come out with a Madden game every year, bro.
I know they're even going to come out one with this year, and we may not even have it.
Yeah, but they come out with one every. We better freaking have it.
I don't know, man. When's training camp? It's freaking July.
Not till August.
Training camp is at the end of July.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't heard anything on it. I did hear that they're talking about picking up Antonio Brown, though.
Dude,
Seahawks. They're pushing Josh Gordon to a distant second. So if Antonio Brown is eligible to play,
we still got
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon signed?
I guess.
That's crazy. I didn't know we had
From
that.
what I read.
Just imagine Metcalf.
Let's talk about
Lockett.
Cougar football, please.
Absolutely. They're not going to have it this year. They're not going to have classes this year. They're not going to have football this year.
Who said that?
I will bet you Madden
No, I'm
17.
not dropping $4,000 on your freaking stupid fantasy, like freaking whatever you have.
I would say that if they can't, the thing is if they can't have school, there's no way they can justify having sports. So that's the thing. The NFL may have it; they don't have school. But if you're telling your kids, the kids that you have to take online courses, they're done
already.
Yeah,
and didn't cut any of the tuition costs.
No, no.
You can't come on campus, but it's still going to be however much it is to go to Harvard.
Right. And they're going to save so much money.
They're going to lose a lot of money too.
How are they? Well, because people aren't showing up in the stands and stuff like that.
Well, football wise,
yeah.
I don't know about Harvard, but I mean, think about how much money kids spend on campus every day.
And TV deals.
TV is going to be huge. TV deals are who's going to make the money,
right?
Because that's all anybody's going to be able to watch it at. But it's going to suck with no people in the stands. They're going to have to pipe in crowd noise.
Well, NASCAR finally had some like it was half filled last night for the All-Star race at Bristol with attendance. So they're learning how to bring it back. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't think there's going to be college football.
There better be.
I could see him playing like the Rose Bowl.
Did you hear that they're cutting out like the non-conference games?
Yeah. That's the first step. As soon as they started cutting that out, I'm like, okay, everything else is done.
Well, no, they're saying that we'll play every team in the Pac-12.
Not happening.
So we'll play all 11 teams in 3 buys. I just saw the schedule for it.
I know. I'm saying they're going to go for it, but then you're going to have California. Who's in the Pac-12 right now?
Both Oregon schools.
Right.
Both Washington schools.
All California schools.
Okay. Colorado, Utah.
What's the biggest state with the biggest lockdown right now?
Arizona.
What's the biggest state with the biggest lockdown right now?
Watch the news. What is it?
California.
Okay.
They're now shutting down all bars. They're shutting down everything. They're done again. Everywhere. They're done.
So just taking steps back.
Yeah. There's Oregon too.
This thing's so stupid, dude.
It's frustrating as hell.
Yeah.
It's frustrating as hell. I live in a crazy world.
Me too.
Whatever. We're in the same world.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you want to hear what's crazy?
What?
Talk Redskins a little bit? Not the name. We're not going to go down that road.
Okay.
But did you hear about the big craziness that's going on?
No.
Okay. There is allegations that's supposed to drop today or tomorrow that like Jay Gruden, Dan Snyder was like...
He's the owner, right?
Yeah. He's betting against the Redskins millions of dollars every year against his team. There's allegations that he's paying refs. There's allegations...
To go against his team?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, if you own the Redskins, would you be betting for your team or against your team?
Touche. You can't do that though.
I mean, if you're betting on the Cougars and the Huskies to play in the Apple Cup, who you betting on?
The Cougs.
But who you rooting for?
The Cougs.
Who you betting on?
The Cougs.
Who you rooting for?
The Cougs.
Who you betting on?
Well, I lose bet every year.
Do you have bets with anybody
every year? I already got the bets for this year.
Who do you bet?
Just some buddies.
And are they Huskies?
Yeah.
And
well, no, they didn't go there. Like 90% of the Husky fans. But yeah. Yeah, they're Huskies.
But did you but like, are they like, what is it, money? Is it push-ups? Is it doing a dare?
No, it's
crazy
money.
Stuff?
It's like out at like a high-end steak restaurant, something like that.
Cool.
Beers, cocktails, bottles of wine.
And every year it's just a free meal for them.
Essentially.
And you're just like going, next time, guys.
Yeah.
But thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
The 1 year that they beat, they're like, okay, we're done with this. We're done with
Yeah, they'll bitch out after
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
It's just been funding you guys every friggin'
Yeah. Okay. Last 3 years. Cool.
Well, we're getting to it.
Cool shirt.
I'm sorry I wore
Cool
it.
shirt. I'm about to rip it off you.
That sounds hot.
No, there's nothing hot about that.
You said you want to rip the shirt off of me.
Yeah, because I'm gonna throw you against the wall and go the other way.
Okay,
and
let me
that
tell you.
shirt's gonna come
Let me
right
tell you,
off, dude.
if you're gonna throw me against the wall,
And then I'm gonna piss on it.
this is getting a little kinky now. But
And then I'm gonna piss
but
on
you
it.
throw me against the wall, get a little rough, rip that shirt off. I'm telling you, I'm a little full of Chalupa. Though I don't know how much I can take. So
You're sick.
so stupid. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Go visit Mazatlan, Cole Street, everywhere that you want to. Let us know about these episodes. We don't know what you guys laughed at, what you guys didn't laugh at.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for coughing.
Say it again.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for coughing.
No, not that. Just say. Just give. I'm going to cut my cough out. I'm going to have you interrupt me and just say your thing.
Thanks for listening.
All right, maybe I'll leave it in. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.
See you.